Oil spills results in multiple vehicle crash on Spur 3. One person has been rushed to hospital following an oil spill, which resulted in a multi-vehicle accident on Spur 3 Hill Main Road on Monday morning. The accident, which involved at least 4 vehicles, occurred about 7 a.m. The police and firefighters were on the scene, making attempts to remove the oil spills and wreckage. The accident-prone Spur 3 Main Road links Mandeville and its environs to St. Elizabeth and points west. Heavily laden, slow-moving trucks often hinder traffic on the steep, difficult hill, and there have been a number of fatal crashes involving trucks over the years. So far, a truck is believed to be the source of the spill. The incident led to a traffic congestion which forced several commuters, including children, to walk several miles to access transportation. Jackie Dunbar, whose vehicle caught fire during the incident, recounted what happened.
Around the corner there, I picked up a skid, realized that there's some oil on the road. Instead of holding the brake, I just tried to steer the vehicle down as best as possible. After a while, I just could not steer anymore. The car just spun around in the road, hit the embankment there, and then after that, I realized that, hey, this is an accident now. So I got out of the car, opened the door because I realized that other vehicles were coming and I didn't want them to come down and hit me because they were really experiencing the same thing. I realized that they were all over the road. So I got out of the car, went on the other side, realized that there was a fire now in that little part there. After the airbag came out, there was a fire. So the driver of that bus, he came out with his fire extinguisher. He was the one who put the blaze out. And by that time now, I realized that cars were just going over. There was one van that just went over in the precipice, another one hitting the light pole up there, and everything, cars were just going in crazy directions.
Meanwhile, Jamaica Fire Brigade District Officer Fitzroy Donaldson said firefighters helped to remove one man who was trapped in one of the vehicles. Mr. Donaldson noted that his team carried out cleanup activities to remove the oil from the roadway.
When we arrived at the scene, we realized that it was a multi-vehicle accident due to the oil on the roadway. We quickly got into operation our extrication equipment and it was used to extricate the victim, a male victim, from a grey Hiace motor van. Extrication process took about 20 minutes. We managed to have him transported in a police vehicle to the hospital. However, there are several other injured persons at the scene and we are short on transportation to transport them to the hospital because of the blockage of the road and all that. We're using water to wash the oil from the roadway, high-powered, and with our high-powered pressure hose to wash the oil from the roadway. We cannot use dirt as we normally do because the dirt around the area is wet. And you put dirt on the oil, it will make the situation more dangerous. So we have him using water to power wash the oil from the roadway as we speak.
Meanwhile, Acting Superintendent Coleridge Minto said it suspect that the truck had mechanical issues which led to the spill. He noted that the police teams in St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland and Hanover are on alert for the driver and the truck.
Oil on the surface of the road, which may have resulted from a truck traveling in a westerly direction heading towards St. Elizabeth. We have already actioned the commanders for St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland and Hanover, and we are trying to identify the truck that persons would have indicated would have perhaps had some mechanical difficulties why the oil came from that truck. There are at least 7 vehicles that we would have checked that were involved in various accidents. Some made contact with each other, others were just single vehicle. One police vehicle also hit into a light post, which resulted in several of our members sustaining severe injuries. One of the members had to be cut from the vehicle by the fire personnel who came on the scene.
2 firearms seized in St. Elizabeth operation. The Jamaica Constabulary Force is reporting that 2 firearms have been seized during a joint anti-gang task force operation in Pepper District, St. Elizabeth. A source told reporters that the pre-dawn operation targeted the Pepper and Goshen area. It is reported that up to midday the operation was still ongoing. In recent weeks, St. Elizabeth has been the focus of several operations resulting in the seizure of drugs to include cocaine and marijuana. Additionally, a multi-agency investigation was launched following the discovery of a burnt-out plane in Elim Breeze River area. On Friday, Prime Minister Andrew Holness pledged more support for the St. Elizabeth police. We find it not to be that the nature of the parish for these criminal activities to becoming a feature of the parish. We intend to stem that, to stop that. We will put the strongest possible measures in St. Elizabeth to ensure that criminal elements are dealt with in the strongest possible way, he said, following a social housing ceremony in St. Elizabeth. Full election mode. Chairman Robert Montague emerged from the Jamaica Labour Party JLP Central Executive Committee meeting on Sunday, saying that the 80-year-old political organization is now in full election mode and that his team has no equal going into the upcoming local government polls. In February 2023, when the local government election was being postponed from the floor of the Parliament, the country was put on mark. At our 80th anniversary conference last November, the order came, get set, on the 14th of January 2024, it is ready. Robert Montague, who was returned unopposed as chairman during Sunday's meeting at JLP headquarters on Belmont Road in St. Andrew, told reporters, "The Jamaica Labour Party has introduced to the country the best set of mayors, the best set of councillors, and today, on the 14th, we declare the best set of candidates for a local government election. There is no alternative. This slate is Jamaica's only choice. We stand on our achievements and we look forward to our plans and policies, and we believe in the Jamaican people because we have served them, we love them, and we know they love us," Montague stated. The veteran politician who represents St. Mary Western in the legislature said the ruling party will be given the same level of energy to its strongest and weakest divisions. "We are leaving nothing to chance. We are going to fight for every community because that is about community, and the community is a cornerstone of the country," Montague stated. Earlier in a news release, chairman of the party's Public Relations Committee, Robert Nestor Morgan, said the meeting had received reports from the executive, including Montague General Secretary Dr. Horace Chang, Deputy Chairman Dr. Franklin, Chairman of Era Council 1 Desmond Mackenzie, and Treasurer Aubrey Hill. Morgan said that based on the reports, JLP leader Prime Minister Andrew Holness announced the party's political machinery is ready for local government elections and said he is confident in the prospects of the JLP for the upcoming poll, as the international polling numbers show the party maintaining a strong lead in a majority of the parish council seats. Local government elections, which was constitutionally due every 4 years, were held in November 2016. They were rescheduled for November 2020 but was postponed as the country was still in the grips of the COVID-19 pandemic. In February last year, legislators in both houses of Parliament put through the Representation of the People Postponement of Election to Municipal Corporation and City Municipalities Act 2023, which postponed the election until February 2024 to allow further for the continued public consultation on draft legislation to enable Portmore to become Jamaica's 15th parish. Prime Minister Andrew Holness was then given a deadline for February 3rd to announce the election if it is to stick to its commitment to holding the poll by the end of February. In a news release, Morgan said that during Sunday's meeting, Holness commented on some of the important issues on the national agenda, including the push to make Portmore Parish, saying it was never intended as an election gimmick or a strategy to win municipality. He noted that the country is evolving economically, culturally, and socially, and this evolution requires the government to make strategic changes to enhance the development of areas like Portmore, which requires changes in definition and management to further in development. The Prime Minister, Morgan said, was adamant that his government would never seek to use the people of Portmore for narrow political objectives. Holness instructed them to work collaboratively and help ensure that the government's focus on road infrastructure is successful. He said that at the next sitting of Parliament, the government will outline a consultative process for residents in communities to contribute to the decision-making on which roads should be repaired in their area, but emphasized that priority ought to be given to those roads considered to be pain points. He also challenged political leaders, councillors, and council caretakers to ensure that they focus on their communities to highlight the strong achievements that have been made over the last 6 years under the JLP, Morgan stated. Holness added that no other government has done as much for the local government, and only a JLP-led government has the vision and the expertise to continue the positive evolution of local government in Jamaica. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.